They hate when you elevate. They stacking up losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly.
What's up, world? Welcome back to another great edition of Express Yourself with XPress. I am your humble host, XPress, again, tuning in live from the network studios. Thank you guys for always, being here with me, because it ain't about me, it's about all of us. Thank you to my proud sponsors, Self Love, rocking it very faithfully, Shoe Pugs, Free Few, King Vision, Till Inglewood, and plenty more to come as well. If I just, happen to forget, I won't forget next time. I definitely won't. But last time I forgot to do something in the beginning of the episode, so I'll just remind myself right now to do it. We are having an expression this episode, and that expression this episode will be truth. I feel like my grandfather used to say, stay true to your faith, keep faith in the truth. Being your truth at all times, mentally, spiritually, physically, and creatively. And that's what brings my amazing guest in the house, because I got the luxury of witnessing his amazement in person on a couple of different times. I work out in Santa Monica, if y'all know. Y'all know because y'all see me in that blue suit. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me go ahead and announce not just a U.S. Marine Corps vet, not just the face of any taco place, the taco man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Mr. Isaiah Justice.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Nah, thank you for being here, man. I'm literally ecstatic and nervous, but I'm a big fan. Seriously.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate you. Very humbling situation right now. I'm glad to be here.
No, definitely. And, I bear gifts, so shout out my proud sponsor, King Vision. Here we go, brother.
Thank you.
Nah, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Look, I feel like I'm on the NFL draft right now, right?
Yeah, we got the combine in the background.
Drafted.
He got drafted, man. Thank you for being here with us, and let's start them off by letting them know where you're originally from and your family upbringing.
Okay, so everyone, I'm Taco Man.
Yes, sir.
Well, I was born in Camden, New Jersey, and I went back and forth from there in Philadelphia until I made my way on over here to Los Angeles. Great weather. Better weather.
Can't complain.
No more snow days.
Right. No more snow days.
If I want to see the snow, I go to Big Bear.
Oh, yeah, and it's not too far. You can get to the snow, get back to the sunshines and rainbows and the beaches.
Correct.
Yeah. So how was your family upbringing and everything with the transition of moving from Jersey to Philly? Yeah. Well, how was that transition?
So it was like, let's go all the way back, right?
Yeah.
So
let's take them back.
Let's take it back, right?
In the time.
So being born in Camden.
Yep.
Then my mom, she decided to do a new living, right? So she decided to go to South Carolina for just a portion of my life, y'all. Just a portion.
Not spring cleaning, new living.
New living, right? So we went to South Carolina for a little bit. And I remember, I think I was about 4 years old when I remember that time. And we were supposed to move back to Philly because she realized this is not for her. But I did enjoy part of it because my mom, she actually had the old school basketball court, with the milk crates.
Yes.
And she put it up, and that was some great memories of that. And I had a cat named Cupcake.
Oh, yeah, the cat named Cupcake. Not Garfield, Cupcake.
That was some good memories, and I got bit by some fire ants that the old city boy knew nothing about at that time.
Well, you learned the hard way for sure.
Correct. And it was the time that she said, okay, let's go back up north. Well, we didn't go back to Philly. We went to Detroit.
Ooh.
Went to my cousin's house.
Another strong city and everything.
But this was just a portion too. And she realized, okay, we're done. All right. So now we're really going to go back to Philly. So we got on the Greyhound from Detroit, and we went to Philadelphia. So that's where my grandma's at. That's where almost everyone is at in my family. And then my father, he had got in trouble with the law, but he came out, changed his life, became a minister. He married my mom. He's like one of the first dudes I know that said when they get out of jail, they're going to marry you.
They're going to marry you? And he actually...
My dad,
he meant everything he said.
He meant everything he said. So there's no jail talk with my dad. He actually didn't.
No, he was really... That wasn't just a pen pal. He really coined in on what he said.
Correct. And he changed his life. And from there, we went across the bridge. We went to Jersey. And that's when I grew up for a big portion of my life. But I still crossed the bridge going back and forth. Every week because I had to go to church.
That's right.
And we stayed in church every week. There was no laying in the bed. My dad was very hard on me. 10 o'clock in the morning on the weekend, he look at you. What you still doing in that bed?
Mm-hmm.
So like these kids nowadays, they don't understand that.
They don't.
They call the cops on their parents now. So things are.
I
totally
thought I had
different.
it easy by going to my grandparents' house on the weekend. Like, oh, they spoiled me and everything. Nah, grandma and grandpa didn't play. My grandma was like, when your grandfather get up, you go out, you go help him or you go watch him so you know to do it right. And my grandfather was like, you sit here and you watch me do it right so I don't have to show you again. So
Correct.
yeah, my weekends wasn't really the ideal, Saturday morning cartoons, only for a short span of time because, they start at 7. But
Correct.
as soon as it hit 8 o'clock, I got to be outside helping him. He was also a property manager, so I
Okay.
got to help him a lot with, the units and keeping everything clean, trimming hedges, and yeah, plenty of pricks and stuff from rose bushes and stuff like that. But a lot of important things and structuring that came along with it.
Yeah, that's true. It's very very structured. My dad is originally from Georgia, so he's from the South, so he had the old school feel to him.
Yep.
And my grandma's side, she's from Virginia, but my mom, she grew up in Philadelphia, but my grandma's side is from Virginia, and they both were, country. And we know that the Southern, they're totally different. And this is one thing, a lot of people.
Let's talk about it.
Because a lot of people like to say city boy, right? But they don't realize a lot of city boy roots came from the South.
Thank you.
So we still subtle. We just speak quicker.
And we still have our Southern hospitality.
Correct.
That's what people fail to realize because my mom's side of the family's from New Orleans as well. So it's like, I understand what it is for people to look at me like, oh, this dude from the city. But it also has a lot of country in me. So
Correct.
My grandfather being from Texas, my dad's side of the family, New York and DR. So it's like, it's a nice mix in everything. But the main thing is always staying true to your faith, keep facing the truth, and treating people how you want to be treated.
Correct.
So again, having structure was big in our household. And I can only tell and already know based on your background and everything and the research that I've done that you're a very structured individual and you live in your truth.
Correct.
All the way.
Correct.
All the way. So who are the individuals that inspired you at an early age to be the truthful person that you are? Especially with all the transitioning.
Early stages in my life, it'll be my mother, of course, and it'll be my father. Believe it or not, I was a very shy kid.
Okay.
My father could not understand.
I don't believe it, but okay.
Right? My father was very outspoken.
Right.
But he always say, like everyone else, parents most likely says, close mouth,
don't get fed.
So my dad's like, he thinks to himself like, why is he not like me yet?
Yes.
And I was very soft spoken. It took some time as I got older to start to have the confidence of myself. I started playing football when I was 11, fouling some organized sports. And eventually I made my way to becoming captain of, a few sport teams when I got to high school.
Okay, confidence builders.
So now
for sure.
the confidence is building. And by my dad being very stern on me, it made me this person. So before I went to the Marine Corps, I was already ready.
Right.
Because my dad was already hard on me, right? So I know a lot of times people think like, oh, you shouldn't be hard, but sometimes it helps, right? It because eventually your parents won't be here anymore to protect you and help you in life, right? Because like right now, my father, he passed away. So now I got to take everything that my father.
You take that wisdom from them and become the wise one.
Correct.
Each one teach one, and you pass it on to the next, and that's how we continue the good generational structures and foundations that they put and bestowed upon us. I feel like a lot of it gets missed a lot in the day and age of social media and people living for likes and all this other things like we were talking about. But it's also like there's some people who you can come from a great household with a lot of structure, and as soon as you walk outside, you're a completely different person that would be unrecognizable from the people that know you the most. So when it comes to, being grounded, you can test that to your mother and father definitely pouring in and putting a lot into you at an early age.
And that's very true because unfortunately in my neighborhood, there's a lot of people that didn't grow up with a mother and the father, right? But there was a neighbor I had that he grew up with his mother and his father.
Mhm.
His dad was a correction officer. My dad, he went to jail. Not saying that's the only thing about him, but he went to jail. So
Mhm.
outside looking in, you would think that I'm destined to fail. But no, his dad was a correction officer. My dad was this, but his son ended up hanging in the streets way more.
Mhm.
I have not.
I understand that. For me, so my dad, great, worked in both in and out of the streets, so I understand both ways of it. But then my grandfather, church, everything. So yeah, I definitely understand that background and structure that you're talking about.
Yeah, and my dad, he made it his thing, and he put a lot of effort into make sure he would never get himself in trouble,
Mm-hmm.
ever again, and he haven't, and that's the thing.
Man
For
of his
all those
word.
years that went by, he has not, and he stayed true to his word, and he made nothing but honest money,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the and the sad part is that people don't understand, watching your father coming out and trying to get a job.
Mm-hmm.
How many people telling him no? And it's unfortunate because it's like there's people out here that's really trying to change, right? And it's like you're making them go back to the old habits by not allowing them
By
to
not giving them an opportunity
an opportunity.
to show that they're better than what they were and that they've learned from the mistakes.
Correct.
And if they didn't learn from the mistakes, they wouldn't be out with the opportunity
Correct.
to show you who they. And I completely agree with that. I feel like there needs to be more opportunities created for individuals that are no longer incarcerated and they're coming out. If they have right their wrong, so to speak, then I think they definitely deserve another opportunity to show that.
Correct. And he eventually he worked. He was a detailer,
Mm-hmm.
car detailer. He always say, make sure you don't say car wash.
No,
I'm a
don't say no
detailer.
car wash.
He's a
Detail.
So you detailer,
Yeah.
and he had worked for a Dodge dealership, and
Okay.
one day he just woke up and said, "I don't want to be here no more, and I'm going to make my own business."
Mm.
And he did very well, actually.
Yeah.
And outside looking in, a lot of people didn't think he could do it, but we came from an apartment, and from there we got a house with that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of, and back in that time it was kind of unheard of for somebody to come out and maybe within a year or two got out,
Change their life.
change their
for
life,
the
got a
better.
house, and never look back.
Mm-hmm.
And every day, I think about those situations with my father, and I'm like, man,
Mm-hmm.
if he can do it, then I can do anything, right? Because if he can
1,000%.
come out and the limited opportunities that this world gave him by having a mistake, then what's my excuse,
There is none.
right? And that's why I said the discipline started coming in, because now you got to value that.
Yes.
And like the Bible said, you honor your mother, your father. And
Yes, sir.
I always go by that. And you'll never hear me talk bad about my dad. You'll never hear me talk bad about my mother. And honestly, you don't even see me talk back online. Because that's just not.
I definitely don't. Like, you don't feed into it, and that definitely comes from the structure and discipline that you've already been equipped with from day one. Talking about also, some of the discipline that you've received from being, a Marine.
Uh-huh.
Now, when you joined, the world was in a whole different immense of chaos.
Correct.
Let's talk about that time that you did serve, and thank you again for your services.
Thank you. So the time that I joined, that was tricky, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just coming from a kid that at that time I was working at H&M in the mall.
Yeah. One of my first jobs was Abercrombie and Fitch. I was a store model. I had to walk around the mall with the little 25% vouchers and just pass them out and just wear their clothes for free. Literally a store model. I'd have to sell anything, just pass out free vouchers.
Oh, well, see, yeah, you got a pretty decent one. You get the pass out.
They used the look at the time. I'm definitely, I aged, but they used the look at the time.
Well, okay, that's like house guys, right? They just sat there in the front.
Yes,
I didn't get that job. They didn't give me that job.
No, but you had a job though.
But yeah, I got H&M, and I like H&M because they let you wear whatever clothes you want. You just couldn't have like an actual logo of someone else, but you can have like different kind of like shirts and all that. So I did enjoy H&M. Had a big discount. But to get to your point, I was working at H&M, and man, when I say, because at this time, there was the one portion in my time that I did not listen to my father, right?
Mm-hmm.
So every child goes through these stages most of the time, right? Being rebellious. Now, I was a good kid, but I was rebellious at this time. And the time is because I wanted to be grown and I wanted to do what I want to do. You know, you try to date your little past girlfriends or whoever, and I had them at my spot, and that's me going against my dad's rules. So my dad decided to say, okay, you want to be grown? You can get out. Now, can't tell a little 19-year-old kid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we grown now. You got to show out in front of your past relationship, right?
Right.
I got this.
Mm-hmm. Doing too much.
Man, when I say that was one of the worst times of my life, I got in my little Dodge Neon car.
You got the 2-door or the 4-door?
I had the 4-door.
4-door. I had a
a
homegirl
little
with
Dodge
one of
Neon
those.
with a little bit of clothes, but I did tell him I was struggling.
Mm.
And every time he would leave, I tiptoe over there because my mom was there. My mom would give me some food. But she was very upset with my dad. I tell you that for sure.
1,000%.
I know my dad didn't get enough for a very long time because she was heated when I left. But it was a portion that I was going through a lot at that time, and it was to the point that I was fortunate enough to be able to stay at one of my grandma buildings.
Okay.
But I was definitely struggling. This was when McDonald's had like dollar menu, legit dollar menu, not value menu. It's a dollar menu.
Legit.
So I was getting 2 McChickens, 1 McDouble every time I went there before I go to work. And I eat one as I'm going, eat one during lunch, and eat one on the way home. On Fridays, I go to the Chinese restaurant, which it was 4 chicken wings, fried rice, $5. Because I barely had money to survive, but that's how I was surviving.
I call it we ballers, but we balling on a budget. That's all I call it.
Yeah, I barely had any money, right? And, you know, I called down to the recruiting station. I said, man, I got to get out of here. I always had a mind for the military. I was a great athlete. I was my athlete of the year. But I didn't go straight to college like most of my peers.
Right.
I kind of stepped back from that, and the recruiter was happy to answer the phone. I went down there, and you wouldn't believe what happened. I went down there to MEPS, which is where you go to take the test and qualify. I fell by 1 point. And the crazy part is, I was in AP calculus. I was everything. But the problem is, that was old stuff. People don't realize that's 10th grade level. Now, I wasn't even, my mind wasn't there. I'm struggling. You can say borderline homeless. Right?
Practically.
Because if you don't got a spot, you pretty much homeless.
You pretty much ain't got a spot, yeah.
So I almost quit and said, you know what, I'm just going to go to college and, you know, go to like a community college and try to apply for like FAFSA and call it a day. And then she said, when you start something, son, you know, you finish. So I went back to the recruit station. Man, I done got like 30 extra points, you know. I passed. God let me get in there. I told my recruiter, I said, man, look, you get me in here, I'm going. And I was supposed to leave out in June, and I left in March because a kid got a DUI. I took his spot. Guess he wasn't serious enough. Took his spot, and I made my way to the Marine Corps.
Definitely. You were stationed over where originally?
So when I first started, I was in 29 Palms in California.
Yes.
Hot.
Very.
Complete desert. But the benefits of this is that it prepared me for Afghanistan, because that's where all the Marines go to train to go. Right? It's the biggest combat base that we do have. And I'm talking about like 115 degrees, like that kind of heat that at nighttime is cold, right? It's at 90 degrees, but it's cold. Some people are like, it don't make sense, but it's true. It gets very cold at night, I guess, from the temperature dropping.
It drops very drastically.
Yeah. And I made my way to Afghanistan, and I was the lead IED sweeper. So it was my job to go look for bombs in Afghanistan. I've been near 2 explosions, which caused me to have a traumatic brain injury for one of the ones that I went in. But the bright side is, I mean, I get paid the rest of my life. and that's why I'm able to be out here younger, right?
Right.
And do what I want to do.
Your passion.
You know.
So yeah, like when did the passion for music actually start within you?
I
And who influenced it?
I always love music,
Yeah.
especially old school music.
Mhm.
You know, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Clearly, you can see.
Clearly.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I literally love old school music with a passion. I like 70s, 80s, 90s, even early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Now I like some of the music that's going into now, but it's more the beats.
Yeah, absolutely.
So music has always been my passion. I've been believe it or not, I've been in chorus since I was in kindergarten.
Yes.
I had my first little solo. I had some little butterfly wings on. They put a little butterfly wing, little antenna.
Did you believe you could fly?
Yeah. It was like a song that was like, butterflies are made of butter or flies.
Oh wow!
That was my little solo.
Butterflies in the sky.
and you had to do like this to make your little wings.
Flap.
I wish I had to record this because that would have been a great video. And I continued to go with music. I enjoyed it. I even played an instrument at the time. It could be an instrument that you think I played because I never was a follower.
Okay.
So most of the guys played the drums.
Mm-mm.
You wouldn't believe the one I played.
I'm gonna say you probably played the electric guitar.
I played the flute.
The flute? Oh, complete opposite. Okay.
Complete, right? I played the flute.
Okay.
And my dad was like,
out of all things, I already know. Out of all things,
he said, this guy could go play the flute.
Right. I want him to be in the front, one of the mains.
So now he over here telling people, yeah, I think he played the drums.
He played the drums.
He just wanted to play the flute today.
Yeah, he they letting somebody else practice today. He being nice.
So it ended up being like that, and I had a few solos.
Mhm.
And as time went on, I started to write music, maybe 16, but it was serious little kid stuff, And once I got out the Marine Corps, I was going to college too at the same time, but I was like, you know what? I want to like be a producer. I want to be like a record producer. I wanted to put a bunch of artists together, and I wanted to get everyone on the track. So I wasn't even looking to be an artist myself. I just wanted to get everyone together.
Right.
Now you start thinking about budgeting. And I'm like, how can I? Because I used to be a recruiter in the Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm.
So my sales game was really good.
Okay. Okay.
I was actually a recruiter of the year. I told myself, I said, all right, how can I cut out the middleman? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the cost. I was like, beats. Let me start making beats.
There we go.
Right?
Let me start doing some of the stuff. Mm-hmm.
Right? I was like, I knew the sound I like. So August 8th, I remember the date.
Mm-hmm.
August 8th of 2019, I made my first beat. I thought I was the man. It was so simple.
Hey, if you feel it, then that's just what it is.
Oh man, I thought I was killing it, and I think I had about 8 likes.
Okay, hey.
But my mama was on this, so proud
the main
of me.
Supporter was there.
She was so proud of me that I was like, I got this.
I got this.
Ain't nobody gonna stop me. I was like, she called me on the phone like, you did a good job, son.
I said this the other day because I was having a conversation with someone, and it was just exuding out of me. But it's not the amount of people that you make a difference with; it's the difference you make in a person.
Correct.
So like that right there is really inspiring to know like moms is gonna be there supporting no matter what, but also just reinforcing that you can do it. Correct. That's the over the top. That's why we're kind of doing it in a sense of like just making sure, oh, you approve? All right, cool. I'm taking off.
Mm-hmm.
So when you came into your own with music and everything and became the Taco Man, what did that initially look like for you in the beginning stages? And how do you feel like the people were receptive of you then in comparison to now?
Beginning stages of Taco Man, that happened in 2020. That's why in my song I said 2020 been a mess, right?
Yes.
So in 2020, in the beginning of the year, already started wrong for me. So my dad, that's the year he passed away. He passed away March 10th. Mm-hmm. So that's another reason why I said 2020 been a mess. Mm-hmm. COVID hits. Now this is the downfall for me because now it's like my father, the structure guy, and the guy that at this point, when you get older as a son, this is when you need your dad the most. People think it's when you're younger,
I completely agree with you.
you
I
know.
completely agree with you.
And it's when I got older because now you have a lot of questions
Mhm.
in life to help guide you through this next stage. I
Right.
feel like mom was very great through your most portion of your life, yes, and I'm always gonna love my mom. I'm always gonna be there. I'm glad that she's always here. But in the beginning stage of her nurturing was great for me.
Mhm.
To pick you up and son,
Yeah.
this and that, right?
Mhm.
But now that you're an adult and you're going through different stages in your life, I think that was when the hurt had, happened because now I'm like, I have no one to really talk to now, right?
Mhm.
So as time went on, I just barricaded myself in a room and just made a bunch of beats. Just kept making them. And I wanted to see if I can sell it to anybody in LA. No one wanted the beats because everyone kept saying they want an LA style beat.
Mm.
But the problem, I knew what they didn't know. And what I knew was if you get a beat maker that makes different beats that make you different because now you can rhyme on the beat.
Versatility is key.
Yeah.
That's the only way there's longevity in the
Mhm.
game, in any form of games that you're in. It can be the music game, it can be the creative space game, it can be in sports. You have to add to your repertoire in order to go the distance.
Correct.
If you're just one track minded, it's only gonna go so long,
Correct.
right? So no, I completely agree with that, and I tell a lot of people, learn other tricks and trades. Like everybody thinks, like, oh yeah, he just comes and he sits behind the screen. Like no, I do a lot of intensive, like, behind the scenes research on every person I sit across from. I'm learning how to use the cameras. I'm about to get my own cameras, so where I'm just like on go at any given point. So it's always as you're being taught these things and being a student, you're also learning these things because there's going to be a time and point where you can give that wisdom and pass it on.
Correct.
So no, I'm definitely understanding of that. And when it came to the image, because the image is amazing. The image is amazing.
Uh-huh.
How was it first received?
The image.
I think it's dope.
Let's talk about it, right? All right. So, what was it? November, I believe, 1st, I think November 3rd is when I first uploaded on Instagram. Now
Mhm.
it was just me, Justice,
Mhm.
just me. Then I was like, oh, they liking this, but I was like, I wasn't looking at it as like a hit. I was looking at it like, okay, I'm gonna bridge this to
An experiment.
experiment, and now I'm gonna use this to start getting my other side going that I really wanted.
Right.
Well, I was known for always, dressing up as an old school guy. So I was like, all right, let me throw some outfit on real quick. And my mom sent me something in the mail, and I grabbed it, and it was these. You know where these came from? It was my dad's. I threw it on, and the whole masterpiece came to play because my dad, remember I told you, put me on old school music.
Absolutely.
So I figured, I was like, okay, I didn't have the gold yet. It was, Taco Man had the white pants. I had, man, people don't know,
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I had some slippers on.
Oh,
That was
okay.
black slippers.
Okay.
My feet was hurting walking miles performing.
I'm sure. No doctor shows in them things.
But the thing is, what I knew was when it came to marketing, you had to stay the same for some people to remember you quickly,
Yes.
right? And I was like, oh man, I done started out with these slippers, man. I can't get out of these things. So I had to keep buying slippers so they don't sweat and start smelling and they start tearing up. But my feet, I'm telling you, my feet was killing me. I'm flat footed.
Yeah, so you're definitely getting a lot of,
hitting the
a lot
concrete.
of pain.
Yeah, and people don't realize that Taco Man walks and performs.
Yes.
So like I was saying, my grandma, I talked to her on the phone. She was like, well, grandson, you ain't thinking about like maybe switching your shoes? I was like, I can't do that yet.
I can't do that yet. Not just yet. Not
Because
just
everybody
yet.
know this for these black shoes.
Right.
These black slippers.
Can't mess up the style yet.
And so like I said, I had the old school outfit. I had the white pants, the slippers, the black slippers, and I had the purple shirt.
Yes.
Now the purple shirt was a killer. I love that shirt. Now what happened was I first started performing out there on the pier. It was in July 23rd of 2021.
Okay.
The song officially released January 5th, 2021, though.
Okay.
That's when it officially released.
Okay.
I made sure I did everything right. That's why I didn't rush it, because I had to make sure everything was properly done correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want nobody stealing my song, because people was already liking it.
Yeah.
Now, in the beginning, I didn't enjoy it like that. I mean, like, not as much as other people did.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was my worst beat. Believe it or not, I didn't really think, because that's why I rapped on it, because I was like, this beat is not going to sell. So I was like, I could just play around with this one. It's a throwaway song, like a throwaway beat, and just get it going.
Throw it into the universe to see what it came to be.
And it's stuck. And then I realized, when I realized this can make bigger moves, I was like, okay. So let me go to Santa Monica.
Yes.
And test the waters.
Because I'm telling you right now, you can go to my job right now in Santa Monica. You'll start walking up. Somebody's gonna come up to you and be like, "Let me get ocho corner." That's like, I'm telling you, it's you. Yeah, you were the truth, man. You were the truth.
And you know, when I first went there, the confidence still was
A little
shaky, because I had to get used to being like this, right?
Right.
And I was still kind of concerned about, what do people think of you?
The perception of others.
Right. And I'm like, I didn't even have the hair like done right. I didn't have it puffed out right. I'm talking about, it was pushed in. I was looking all kind of crazy. But I was getting the message out.
Yeah, you was making sure that you had a start.
Correct. And I stood there right across from the sign, Santa Monica Pier, right before the little
The Ferris wheel?
The Ferris wheel, yep. Thank you. And next thing you know, I started to realize people start gravitating. I said, okay. I said, I'm going to come back the next day. I made a lot of money on tips, too. I said, oh, I'm on to something, right? I was like, I got gas money.
Yep.
I'm getting out there now.
Yeah, we got some money for the month.
I'm getting more than Spotify paying people right now, just getting the tips, right? So
for real.
I was like, okay, that's working. So I was like, you know what? Let me come back again tomorrow and see what happens. Because you have to get a bunch of tests to make sure.
You got to build a rapport.
Yeah, to make sure this is working, right? So I was like, maybe that day you can't base off of one day. So I went back again. Somebody said, "Hey, that's the Taco Man." Guess what my name changed to?
The Taco Man.
It was no longer Justice on the Beat. It was Taco Man, because he said that was the Taco Man.
Yep.
And one thing I remember, if people give you a nickname, you take it.
You take it and you run with it. Because that's your monarch and that's gonna stick.
Correct. Because the fact that was this instant name he thought about, I said, that means everyone else is thinking about that, and it's easy to remember. You got Superman, you got Spider-Man. You see what I'm saying? You see all the names and then I realized children loved it.
Yes.
So they love all these other names. It's like a superhero. People, I know outside looking at it, grown people may not look at it that way, but children are.
And that's who you might want, because no matter what, the parents are going to give the children what they want.
Correct.
So if the children are gravitating towards something, then that's what the parents are going to end up gravitating towards too later.
Correct. And they say, if you see a little child nod his head, because kids, they'll tell you the truth.
Yep.
It's horrible. They'll hurt your feelings right in front of you.
You see it all in their face. All in their face, feelings, right? For sure.
And when they bump their heads,
kids are more truthful than drunk people.
Yeah, they're very truthful. And what happens is I start coming back more frequently, because now I want to keep testing the waters now. So now I'm like, okay, I walked down Third Promenade. So now what I was doing, because I used to just stand in one spot when I performed on the pier. So now I walk down Third Promenade just so people can see me.
Yeah.
I wanted you to look at me, even if you didn't know who I was. I wanted you to be curious. And I knew I was going to end up on your phone because you're not used to seeing this. So I knew people just automatically recording because we live in that era.
Yes.
So I walked all the way down to the pier. Before I was about to start walking to the pier, somebody said, "Hey, Taco Man, I want to hear that song." I was like, they remember me.
They remember me.
Right?
I got them hooked.
I got it now. Somebody remember. I don't care if it's one person. The rule of thumb is you got 100 people, one person say yes, you still got it.
That's what it all matters.
And they stopped me. I performed. And then I thought to turn off the speaker to keep walking to rap. Like when I get down there to save the battery.
Right.
Next thing you know, the next person was like, "Oh, perform." Then that's when Taco Man started
being
being a mobile
walking
guy.
performance, like serious, and that's how I came across it. Again, the clip that you have in front of Blue Blue Plate Tacos. I don't know. I say it every day. How did I just have a tongue twister on it? Yeah. That clip, I was able to be around for that day. So like for me, it was just like, man, it's again, I'm still like, yeah, like this is dope for me. Yeah, this is dope for me. Like I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate your journey and just having this shit, sharing this moment with you, because like a lot of my coworkers, when they see this, I'm like, what? A lot of them didn't believe it and stuff like that. So it's just, for me, it's just, I'm truly a fan. I got to witness it before I even knew of everything online. And that's what made me intrigued. Like, oh snap, that's tight. Let me see. And then I seen everything that came about it, and it made me just dive more into your story. So now we're at a great moment where I got this amazing segment called Blast from the Past, where I curated some images from your story and just want to know what these moments meant to you.
Okay.
So let's start with this one, because this one's heavy on the heart for me, and I know it's going to be heavy on the heart for you.
Yep, that one right there, that's my pops right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's Dad. See how big he was, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get closer to his weight. This one, this is, of course, I'm a sergeant in the Marine Corps. I just got promoted to a sergeant. I came back from Afghanistan maybe like 2 years before that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's around the time my father first told me he was proud of me. It took that long. It took that long for him to say that. And I realized it's because you got to earn that.
You do.
Right? And I know people always want your dad to say that in the beginning, but why is he proud of you? There's no reason for him to be proud. You didn't do anything yet. You didn't accomplish anything. Okay, you graduated from high school, but what else did you do?
Mm-hmm.
He wants to see you grow into a man.
Right.
So right there was when he finally seen me grow into a man right there.
That I definitely have to start with that, because it was heavy on the heart with me when I was, doing my research. And because again, my grandfather was a part of the Army and stuff, and just military based in the family, I definitely wanted you to share that with us. So yeah, that's a great moment.
Yeah, that's Pops right there.
That's right. Rest in peace. And you know, again, you got some dope moments in general too. So let's start here, because you've done, what was it, America's Got Talent.
Correct.
But Power 106, that's prominent within everybody's life, especially out here in LA. We went to school listening to Big Boy prank people when he was on Power 106, or just hearing the different radio mashups from In the Morning, New at 2, all that stuff. So what was this like, having this moment with Power 106? Shout out Letty too. I know the whole squad and stuff like that.
Letty even homegirl
and
right
I see the K-Day back there. Shout out Miss Corey Renee and Romeo over at K-Day. Corey Renee, we do Socially Acceptable together. But yeah, what was that moment like for you?
This is the new improved Taco Man right here. This is the Taco Man that's giving back love. Mm-hmm. I didn't have to be there. I came there to show love to Letty. You know why? Because Letty gave me opportunity when I was all purple Taco Man.
Yes.
She gave me opportunity in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Her husband and her actually saw me, Santa Monica.
Mm-hmm.
Walking
and the boys. I know the boys. Yeah, the boys they are fans as well.
Remember we said when the kids are dancing and turning up,
it gets the parents in.
Now I did not know that was them at all.
Mm-hmm.
And fun fact, they said that Dr. Dre was actually in the restaurant where I was performing at. And I received a message online. Hey, you want to come down to Power 106? I'm like, you asking me a question?
Absolutely.
This is the beginning stages, and and a lot of people just won't end up on the radio. Let's really be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to get the opportunity and to be on the radio as Taco Man, made a song about tacos. Mm-hmm. My true self, right? Mm-hmm. Just me enjoying tacos and enjoy the culture that comes behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I always appreciate them, so I always go out, and whenever I get opportunity to support them whenever I can.
1,000%. And the message in that, I made sure, because this was a video, by the way, but I wanted this part specifically, so it took me about like 40 to 50 tries to get it. But when I got it, it was just important, and it means so much. Just be patient, your time will come. Correct. And that is a fact. You keep on working on something every day, that moment that you're looking for will come, but hopefully you're looking past that moment. Because I tell everyone, even with this, I don't have an end goal, because that means when I achieve it, that ends it there. This is everlasting. This doesn't have an end goal, because it's just continuously going. So yeah, I definitely want you to keep going, Taco Man, because we love it, man. We love you out here, man. For real.
Yeah, and some people may ask, you still out there? What they like to say? What they call the individuals that street performer? They said, you still a street performer? I'm like, no, I'm an entertainer.
I'm an entertainer.
Street performers stay out there on the streets. Yes, I perform on a walk, but you also see me in venues,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I just go back to my roots and show love to people on the streets because that's where I get the natural version of you,
Mm-hmm.
right? You didn't come there for me.
Mm-hmm.
You did not show
That's
up here
where
for
you
me.
structured your foundation.
Correct.
So it's always good to go back and give those moments to people who, because it matters. So we waiting. I'm telling you, I'm not even playing. We waiting. We patiently waiting though. What else we got up here? Boom. Let's talk about that.
Taco Man.
Yes, nationwide collabs. Now, when it comes to the different places that you have traveled and performed at, how has it is there a specific, let's say, state? I don't want to say a city because then we're getting really close. But there's a specific state that you performed in that they just naturally just gravitate towards you. And how did you come about with even the concept of doing a nationwide collab?
The state that loves me the most, of course, is Cali.
That's right. That's right.
This is where I became a man at, actually, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this was the foundation of Taco Man. Now, we can talk about the cities. That's okay. Because on my stat version, it shows that Los Angeles is number 1.
As it should be.
And number 2, San Francisco in the Bay Area. I did not see that one coming. But they keep calling me the Mac Dre of tacos.
I like that.
So
that's tight.
I enjoy turning them up because they got their style too.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it goes back and forth. Sometimes San Diego is number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 was actually New York City.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah,
New
that's
York
different.
City.
But there's a lot of flavor out there, so I can see that too.
And then number 5 goes back and forth with Phoenix, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And it was I can't remember the Seattle. Seattle was
okay.
I'm like, places that I'm telling you guys, I've never been to Seattle. Seattle, I probably got like 30 DMs about going to Seattle. So
you got to make it happen there.
Trip.
You got to make it happen.
But what made me do this is because now I'm like, it's time to branch out, right?
Yeah.
Remember how you said there's no end game,
right?
You have to keep branching out. You shouldn't. It doesn't end. Like you don't stop here just because you got a little gratitude. You got some people liking you. There's some people out here that still don't know you yet.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to be the person that they call you out here, Taco Man, the face of tacos, then you have to tell the world why you do face of tacos.
Right.
Right. And the benefits of me being in Santa Monica is that I knew that was a tourist zone.
Mm-hmm.
If you go on my Apple Music and Spotify, you'll see dots all over the map
1,000%.
without me even
touching them. Because Santa Monica is definitely international tourism.
Correct.
So I agree because if you know where I work at, I'm gonna leave the surprise for other people and stuff. Do your research, But yeah, we get a lot of international travelers and stuff. Especially when it was the World Series, we had a lot of people from Japan.
Correct.
And stuff. So it's seasonal. It just depends on what season they got over there, and then they come over here for our summer year-round weather. And it probably rains like 5 times a year, if that.
Yeah, and we have way better weather here, and a lot of people actually think I'm part of the pier. I have a lot of people that message me and think that I'm part of the pier. That because I get them that impact of being there, right? Some people, they just celebrated their engagement. Every time they message me now, it's like, "Hey, Taco Man, blah blah blah."
Are you gonna be at the pier?
Yeah, you're gonna be here as if I work there.
No, I'm just I'm just a rolling stone. I'm rolling all around here.
And I would like to say, I'm probably the only one that you ever will see pushing a speaker. Most people stay stable, but push a speaker. People don't know how challenging that is to push the speaker, to stop, to dance, to give people a good show that don't even know you. They didn't
Mhm.
come there for you. So people don't know when you see me in all these different states, they didn't come there for me. I don't know not one of them.
They just happen to enjoy what you do.
They enjoy what I do, and maybe some of them may have followed me online.
They appreciate you living in your truth.
Correct.
Mhm.
And what they say, where you're not from, people love you the most, right? And surprisingly, when I went back to Philly, it went viral over there too, and I was actually surprised.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
but you had to start a foundation,
Mhm.
and that's why I continue to tell people, continue to keep pushing out. But before you start branching out to these different places, people need to know you where you already at.
1,000%.
If they don't know who you are, where you already at, then you need to figure out how to make that happen.
Mhm.
Because
If you're only known at home, you won't be known for long.
exactly right. So they need to know you. People need to know you run away. Not everybody, but at least maybe one person out of the bunch will probably be like, oh yeah, I know that person.
Right.
Right. But a lot of times people don't know who you are because you don't have an identity yet. You keep switching your outfit to look like someone else. And I get you can wear different clothes, we get it, but you got to have a style that you normally will wear
Mhm.
that people will know, like, okay, it's this person.
Everybody definitely know when you see SB Press, you're gonna definitely see some SBs on the shoes, on the feet. It's the only shoes that I wear. Nike, we got something later on this year coming, but yeah, like I'm very particular and specific about my identity and my truth to the world. So like, yeah, I got my sponsors and everything, but I'm always gonna be wearing some Nike SBs. Y'all heard that, Nike? I'm always gonna be wearing SBs. So yeah, and I agree. Like you have to keep the monarch that you have consistent, so people do have that consistent rapport with you.
Correct.
You can't just switch it up on them and it's like, wait, you were this way. Okay, now, granted, you started off, and this is Laker Town. You started off with the purple, now you're in the gold. So ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And then I mixed them together. You
Yeah,
see that?
exactly.
You see how I mixed them together, right?
Yeah, he's one of us now.
Yeah, and then it looked like the Laker color. So it actually went well with LA.
1,000%, man. Like it's an amazing look, and I definitely know exactly why it stands out because it's your truth.
Correct.
Now, speaking of your truth, this man truly gets down with the tacos. It ain't just that. This is a hell of a freaking taco. Now, I couldn't really make out where it was from, but do you have a specific?
Taqueria Azteca.
Ooh, okay. Shout out.
That's up there in Dublin, California. I'm actually gonna be there on Cinco de Mayo. I'm giving out the first 100 free tacos.
Y'all heard?
Yep.
Man, why are you doing this to me?
Yep.
I need to take a trip up there for the tacos. Y'all know this drops on Taco Tuesday, so it's already a love for tacos within me. Now, would you say they are at your top of the list for some of the best tacos you had? And what are some other places that you would suggest to other people?
Taco Man will never rate because I always say I'm not a rater.
That's right.
Everybody's because great. I got love for everybody. But they're very great as well. I always go back here to show them love when I come to town because for a portion, Taco Man was actually going viral on other people's pages and not myself. So I've been around. I just wasn't getting tagged.
You wasn't capitalizing
on it, right? So it was always everywhere. It was on the complex. It was it was getting everywhere.
Yep.
But not to me. Right? And I remember I came to him and I ain't had that many followers. But he was like, come on. His name is Lou.
Yeah.
Lou is a great guy. He's an older guy. And he's like, he was breaking it down to me, telling me how things work. And the following month went viral. The fact that he had that loyalty towards me, I kept that loyalty towards him. You know
and it's very important to do so. Very.
You know, I kept that love with him, and that's why I was like, you know what? I try to do something with someone down. I tried at LA. I tried to do it down here, but it was a taco person. I'm not gonna put a name out, but it was a taco person that got kind of, you know, they.
We're gonna go ahead and just throw the trigger word in right now. Gatekeeping.
Yep.
We're just gonna go ahead and
he asked me to collab before, and I was like, okay, let's do it. And I guess sometimes when people get a little bit bigger, they feel as though they good without you. So I said, okay. Taco Man about to go somewhere else then, where I'm appreciated, right?
You should never change, even if the change in your wallet does.
Correct.
You should never change.
And we came up with this thing that I said, you know what? I'm gonna pay for the first 100 free tacos. It's gonna be on Taco Man, and they love me up there too. So it's like, it's a back and forth thing anyway, right?
Absolutely.
But I try to do it in LA, guys. But
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get him with the right people. We're gonna get him with the right people, man, because he's full of love and he's full of giving it. So just embrace the love and each one teach one. So, I'm big on reciprocate when someone's initiating. If someone's only initiating positivity, then give that back to them. It's too much of this like indecisiveness and this corner hate and all this other stuff, and people don't think that we can share in order to gain. There's again gatekeeping.
Correct. And I want to do a thing. So anybody who knows a taco, truck or stand that wants to come with Taco Man, I also want to give a show at Skid Row. That's where I always wanted to give a show at. I always wanted to go there and give them, free tacos and give them a great show because they deserve love too.
Man, I second that. So I'm gonna tap in with some friends of mine and stuff and see what we can come up with. I'd love to collaborate and help with that because I also am a giver. Every year around Thanksgiving and stuff, I go to like several Dollar Trees and spend and each of them spend like $100 to $200 on canned foods and stuff. And I just go around to different places giving out bags of canned goods, and then every year I donate 80% of my clothes because I get I thank you and thank God, but thank you for a lot of my proud sponsors and stuff because they do supply me with a lot of stuff, so I'm able to give back to others. So I'm big on giving back, and I definitely would love to help with that.
Yeah, if anybody wants to, tag team come in with me, that would be great. We can give them a great show and give them a good time, and it'll be a blessing towards them. I'm pretty sure, and what people got to realize is that like you can change somebody's whole mindset just by doing one kind thing, right? And we don't know their struggle, but what I do know is this song can make you happy.
And 1,000%.
Right.
1,000%. So let's talk about how happy you were for this moment.
Oh yeah, that was a great time. I met them. They two great people. That's Sarah right there. This is the Venice. They had the beach fest this time. So I met them a long time ago, maybe 2 years ago at the Venice fest they had.
Okay.
And I came over there. I gave them a good show over there too, right? And ever since then they called me out to come give people love. And it's crazy because that event maybe had, because it wasn't a taco fest. It was just the Venice fest. It had a bunch of food trucks. It probably was like, I was standing in front of one taco truck. One taco truck there. It was, I think at that time, it was Chronic Taco. It was Chronic Taco from Pasadena. They had a truck. I stood in front there. I literally had everybody stop there.
I'm sure. It's like, damn, we can get some.
He made so much money that day.
Great entertainment and there's food. Double whammy.
He made so much money that day. Those people, they'd be thankful of Taco Man stand right there.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm definitely sure. Man, again,
somebody was selling dog products and they was like, oh, let me record this guy,
let me get him.
Let
me capture this moment and this moment.
Right here.
This here.
Or Lauren London. What they called it when we were younger, Nunu. Right?
Nunu. Talk about how dope it's been to be a part of foundational moments within communities. Like, this is a big time moment, Neighborhood Nib Foundation and stuff. And,
correct.
The first lady and everything. How does this moment feel to you?
They called Taco Man out to come pass out the toys to the the kids for the Christmas time frame. And I was, Taco Man, you asking me, and I was like, I enjoy these kind of things to give back to the community. Even though I'm not originally from here, LA welcomed me as if I'm family. So therefore, they're like family to me. And getting the opportunity to be part of this, I love it. It was a great time. I had a chance to see Lauren London, of course, and she was happy as well, as you can see with
Miss Nunu
with Taco Man.
Yeah, she's amazing. And I'm just going to, respectfully leave it at that. This right here, though. Now, we're going to upgrade the image, but this right here. How did you feel after having this moment?
All right. Let me tell you guys something. All right,
Mhm.
so I'm out there performing. Now, I knew Speed was in one of the trucks, but people out there already knew who I was, so it was normal for me to perform.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what truck Speed was in. I got these shades on. Let me tell y'all the
It's
story
nighttime
because
also.
no one knows the story.
Yes.
So I got these shades on, extra dark. I'm like, man, I know he in one of these trucks. I'm not really sure, but I see people going crazy running, so I know he must be in this one. And when I looked over, I couldn't really see him, but it looked so fluid.
That like I know it's you.
It
And
looked so fluid, and I was like, even if it's not Speed, I know there's a camera right here, and I'm just gonna look at the camera
Mm-hmm.
and keep rapping.
And just keep it rolling. Yeah, because there was a lot of people out trying to get his attention, but you got his attention full fledged, and it was just dope. Like again, like I was the same way for the first time seeing it, so it's amazing to see that you get these moments with incredible individuals because you are an incredible individual. I want you to know that. I don't believe in giving roses because roses die. We give gold. Gold lasts forever. That's right. That's
I got
right. Man, so yeah, I definitely had to know how that made you feel.
Yeah, and because I couldn't even remember. I couldn't hear him.
Right.
Right.
You could, yeah. So it was a moment that
You see
had
what I'm
to
saying?
happen.
So
Yeah.
I had to go. I went back
Mm-hmm.
and I heard that. So people was already screen recorded. So I had the people already lined up.
Mm-hmm.
They was already screen recording it. So by the time I was there, it was going to be there. So just in case I couldn't get it, I got it on screen recording, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I heard him say, who is that?
Who is that? Yeah.
I was like,
I'm that guy.
Taco Man, because you got to think about it. This man done seen so many people.
Absolutely.
He done seen so many people running towards him. But one thing that I try to tell artists, stop trying to impress them. Be you.
Mm-hmm.
That was Taco. You see me.
You were literally full-fledged performing.
That's how Taco Man actually rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So people don't really realize this is literally how I roll down the street performing.
And he'll acknowledge you. He'll stop. He'll give you one of these and stuff and keep going. But like the fact that you didn't even, it was just perfect. Like poetry in motion. Seriously, like who is that? And you're like, yep, it's me. And I'm right back into it.
Right back into it, right?
Yep.
And because I perform so much that I'm so used to like doing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's second nature to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I couldn't really see. Cause think about it. You see the light on his face, cause that meant the light was in my eyes.
Yes. So it was blinding you. So you wouldn't be able. All you can see is the lens on the camera. You couldn't even see anything beyond that because the light was just so bright.
And that's why I told you what you always got to do: look into the camera.
Look into the camera.
And continue to keep doing what you do.
Keep it moving.
And push on. That's why people love it. It was organic.
Mm-hmm. I'm all about being organic, natural, and again being in your truth.
Yeah, it was organic. So I loved it. And he probably would have stopped it once so many people in the street.
Oh, 1,000%.
To be honest. It was 1,000%.
Way too much. I definitely want to go ahead and end it on this one because my mama going to love this. And some other ladies out there going to love this too.
Oh, Morris Chestnut.
I had the luxury of meeting Tay Diggs at my previous place of occupation. He was a regular, so I got to meet him and his family and everything. Down to earth. I even was like, we got Oreos. He started laughing. That's how far back. But like, talk about the amazement that like you get to see role models, that we grew up watching and admiring, and them have admiration for you.
To see them. I'm talking about. I was young.
I just seen Morris Chestnut about a month ago too.
I was young when these guys were killing it on TV, right?
Yeah.
And they still doing their thing, but like. When my mom was like, "Oh, Morris Chestnut," like that time frame, I was a young guy, right? And you would never think that you'll
run into
being in the same situation. Fun fact, I didn't even know I was taller than him.
Right. Hollywood does some things.
Yeah, Hollywood does some things. Yeah. No shade, Morris.
No shade.
But it was great. They we had a conversation and they love Taco Man and. It was a great time, man. Hopefully one day I'll be in a movie with one of them one day, right?
There's no hope. You speak into existence, you work towards it, it happens.
I'm be in a movie with them one day.
There we
You
go.
hear that, Mars Chestnut?
There we go.
I'll be in a movie with them.
1,000%. 1,000%. And with that being said, it should be a part in it to where you're just your natural self, because that's going to push everything over the top.
And that's true. So, a lot of people, they was talking about acting, this and that, and I'm like, well, talking about technically an actor, right? And it took me a while to think about that. I was like, legitimately, I am though, because you think about, I'm always in character.
Yes.
And and this is naturally who I am when I'm with you guys. Outside looking in, you may think I'm faking, but my mom told me. She said, son, the reason why it's working because people don't know this is you. It's really you. Like, this is how you are. I'm a jokester. I naturally get along with a lot of people. And I know how to give great eye contact with them when I'm performing. And I welcome you to perform.
You're very welcoming for sure, because it was just, I was able to see you getting kids involved and everything, getting grown folks involved and stuff. That was some funny stuff. I seen this one dude, it was like 3 dudes and stuff. They were just dancing on the sidewalk with you and stuff. It was like, wow, this is crazy. And then you just kept it moving on, and then the next group of people was just embracing and everything, and just gave them their moment and just kept moving on.
And you see what I'm saying? That's the key ingredients. I gave them their moment. This is what people understand. Like, at this point, I understand who Taco Man is, and at this time, I'm giving you guys the moment to get your shine. I'm putting you online. I'm letting people see you, giving you your opportunity. And if you follow me, if you tell me who you are, I will tag you. I have no problem. I actually put you as a collaborator. I don't care how many followers you got. I add you as a collaborator. It gives you the gratification,
and it also connects audiences and more people with it, because it's not going to be able to be stopped 1,000%. It's too much momentum behind it, and it's dope. It's feel good energy, feel good vibe, feel good music, and this needs to keep going.
And like I said, it gives them a great time. And like I said, there's a lot of people that they told me a lot of things. Some people said they didn't want to be here anymore, but come across Taco Man, it changed that. And so I started to realize how much this can do for just people in general to make them want to be here.
The difference you can make in a person.
And it's just a taco song. To me, I'm thinking. And I'm like, that's why now I start saying it's bigger than a taco song.
1,000%.
Because now I'm getting these DMs, I'm like, well, it's bigger than that now. Now it's actually a mood booster. It's
an uplifter for sure.
And uplift people in. It could be somebody's first date. It could be anything. We don't know what's going on, right? They first date. It's a lot of people that they first date. I made that first date memorable. I walked by a restaurant one time and I seen a guy in his date. I seen her smile on his face. I said,
"Got you, buddy."
Because remember, people remember how you made them feel.
You can take that home with you.
Correct.
Now, we're definitely at the positive period of the podcast where I ask every person that sits across from me, whether you're speaking to a younger version of yourself or someone else out there that's suffering in silence or hiding their hurt. So what could you give to them to help them heal from that moment and be living in their truth?
Always remember, never let no one get you out of character. Never let nobody get you out of character, no matter what they say to you. Because 9 times out of 10, they going through something themselves. Right? And they only saying they putting this hurt on you that they feel hurt on their own selves. So stay positive. Stay true to yourself. And your time may not be tomorrow, but it may be next year. You don't know what time that God gave you, because if God told you in 6 months you be this, you probably slack off.
You wouldn't be prepared.
You won't be prepared. But if you continue to stay consistent with it and keep improving, you're going to get to whatever goal that you want to be in life. And that's something that I learned this Taco Man. Walking around from slippers to now some fancy shoes now, right?
For real. We upgraded. We ain't hurting no more. Well, not as much. Not as much. We still hurting because we still using our 210 or 2 feet 10 toes. But we upgraded on the shoes and stuff now. Man, I can't say thank you enough. And I know everyone's gonna love this one. especially my moms and all the real ones out there. But let them know where they can find you. What's the next event coming up outside of also Cinco de Mayo, and your pages and everything.
The main pages I'm on right now is on so YouTube is Justice on the Beat.
Mm-hmm.
You got TikTok, iJustice08. And then you got Instagram, the same iJustice08. Only reason why it's not Taco Man because some guy from 2015 still holding on to the page that doesn't use it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started, it was iJustice08. So that's where you can find me there. And the upcoming event I got coming up is going to be the Cinco de Mayo at in Dublin, California at Taqueria Estaca up there in Dublin. So it's going to be a great time. Me giving 100 free tacos. The first ones to come.
And just know we waiting for you to come back on down to Santa Monica. All right.
Yeah, we come back to Santa Monica. I may tomorrow.
I'm
not sure when it's gonna drop, but it's gonna be on a Friday.
Okay.
And I may go to the Dodgers because people ask me to do that again.
I'm gonna pick up some Friday shifts, so I can't miss it. For sure. Man, I can't thank you enough. And again, I tell everybody this isn't a one-time thing. I'm gonna need you to be back to be a repeat offender because life has many angles to the story of it. So I'd definitely love to have you here to share more portions of your life and whatever else moments in your journey that you've acquired at that time.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you, man. This has been amazing. You guys already know who I am. It is your boy XPress on Express Yourself with XPress. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you all my proud sponsors. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to leave a comment down below or get in the DMs. I answer both. And yeah, I ain't hard to find. Y'all know what to do. Tune in every Taco Tuesday. Taco Man, I'm out. Peace.
They hate when you elevate. You're stacking up losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go